I had a website that was sort of a do-it-yourself kind of project that we had put together. It was something that we had had up probably 9 years. It was so difficult to update. And if you aren't updating the website, then it just doesn't function like you need it to function. My name is Dan Jurgens. I am a writer, artist that does comic books. So I write and draw comic books, and I have done just about everything you can imagine, be it Superman, Spider-Man, Thor, Batman, the Justice League, just about everything there is. I am probably best known for writing and drawing The Death of Superman, which was a landmark event for Superman some number of years ago. I'm also well known for some of the characters I've created, and it's been 40 years now. Obviously, technology had passed us by, and the look of websites had passed us by, and I know that I didn't have the skills to update it myself. I use my website in a lot of different ways, and a lot of it is just presenting my work and the way it has looked and changed and evolved over time. My website also works well in terms of allowing me to keep in touch with fans. That way they know where I'm going to be and what I'll be doing coming up, because a lot of what I do are personal appearances. I appear at conventions, I do store signings, things like that all across the country. And this way, fans in those markets know when I'll be there and when they can come meet me. And that's an important part of what I do. My first conversations were with Mike at CyberDogs, and right away I think we hit it off. And I was convinced within a very short amount of time that Mike had an understanding of my needs and probably understood where I wanted to go far more than I did. And I think that's crucial. Once we had those conversations, Mike said, send us your work, send us the artwork you want to feature there and your ideas of where you want to go with it. We quickly developed that conversation of how to start to build the site by them understanding what I considered to be most important. And then through the course of a couple of months, we were able to come up with the right solutions for what I needed. Some of the improvements that I saw right away was the ability to connect with fans and their ability to connect with me. They could see more of my work. They could see through the process page how work would develop from beginning sketch to finalized product. And we've also gained the ability to have video on the page. So when I have done appearances and talks and things like that, some of those things could then be linked on the page that we were unable to do before. Having the ability to do that now and have something that can update better, highlight my schedule better, is much more crucial to what I need a site to be in this day and age. And it was particularly notable because in the depths of the pandemic, when we couldn't go anywhere and there weren't conventions and there weren't personal appearances, I was so lucky to have a vehicle where I could still update what was happening in my career, update what was happening in coming projects, and keep in touch with the fans that way. The fact that it looks like it's something that should exist in the year 2022 represents me very well. What I had previously looked old. It did not look up to date. What I had is click on one image, here's a page, click on another image, there's a page, where Mike and his team were able to give me what I call a lot more fluidity as one page moved from the next, and as one example of art segued into the next, that it became a much more smooth website that just felt like there was more natural progression. I think that's an important part of how we present ourselves to the world, that to be perceived as doing timely work ourselves, that we have to present ourselves in something that looks like it is of today. And that is something that CyberDogs honed in on right from the start and was able to deliver on. I think just about anyone can be a perfect client for CyberDogs, because I don't know if before they worked with me, they really worked with someone who did the kind of work that I did. Yet they showed a keen understanding of what I needed and where I wanted to go right from the start. They were so flexible and able to understand my needs that they could do that with just about anybody.